Welcome to the channel. Would you believe this crap? Like, seriously? Yesterday it was +9 and raining out here. Anyways, I've got updates on the rotisserie, the work on the floor pans, the work on the body, and even a little bit of an update on the stainless steel, because we made a trip over to Mitch's after a stop. So, you know how we do this. I just got to dig out before I can get in the garage. That's quite a bit of snow in 24 hours. Talk to you real soon. So it's a little noisy in here. You just saw that the boys are working on drilling out the spot welds on the floor pan. And we have the old trunk pan still from the convertible. So the plan here is to steel sections with these shaped ribs that we need so we don't have to fabricate it, because it's a little on the edge of our abilities. But we have a couple of really good pieces here to work with to replace them. So that's what we're up to. Getting back to work. Okay, so that's round one. I still got to go out and do the front after this. But anyways, now I can get in the garage. It's a little bit cleaner back here. And let's get this video done so I can get back to work. So, is a rotisserie worth it? Let's go there right away. Yes. $1,500 has given us the ability to roll this giant body of this 63 in any position we want, and almost in every position, or in every different position. You can definitely gain your best advantage. I mean, there is a couple of spots where it's still a little tricky to get to, but hands down, if this car was on the ground in the natural sitting position, like all the other years that I've worked on cars anyways, there's many challenging positions you're in, and especially if you're having to do a whole lot of welding, it is really nice to get gravity on your side, and this most definitely gives you that. And even one person, I'll insert the quick clip, but one person can actually manage this body all the way around completely. So, okay, so let's start off right away here where I'm at the front here. this is the floor pan it's not in the right spot, but this is what we cut out of the passenger side floor. I keep thinking it's the driver's side because of the side it's on. I don't know if this will help you guys. If I put it in front of the light, maybe you can see it's just riddled with holes, this panel. So anyways, we were losing the ribs. Here, I'll flip this around. We were losing the ribs in the floor by just putting a flat panel, and you saw in that video there that we drew them out after taking the other piece out, and then we've still got a hole to drill. I think it's actually over there, but to match the original floor, and we undid all the spot welds around those perimeters, and then on top of the brace cut it halfway through the spot welds all the way up to the corner there. And now we've grafted in those pieces from the original convertible trunk pan that we had, as you saw in the video. And then we plugged off these ones because they had center ribs and we wanted them all to look flat. I will tell you that I learned a little lesson by rushing my welding here, and they sunk a lot more than I was expecting, and I'm pretty sure it's just because I rushed the welding. Just got to learn a little more patience. It's, when you want to get things done. So you can also see that we cleared all the blasting profile off of it, and now we've got a shiny lower, except for the wheel wells, which we're not worried about right now because we're focused on getting this platform, or all the shiny parts you see, into epoxy primer, and then we can still work separately in the wheel wells. We've got a little more work to do, obviously, in there. So we're focused on this first section mostly here, just to get all the last of the little tidy ups. Anywhere where we welded another bracket or whatever on there, of course the welds sort of showed through, and there's a couple spots we just got to finish touching up, but we're already well on our way to doing them. And then of course our floor brace that we created in the middle section there now is just needs more touch-up grinds, and that's actually starting to look pretty decent. We have higher expectations on the outcome in the end, but this isn't bad, but we still got some more dolly and grind work to do. Same with the other side. We have started this pan, and we're trying to get the profile as much as we can in metal so that we don't wind up having to use too much. We don't really want to put filler in there, but some of it's going to have to be cleaned up with filler, and that one has a crease in it. We really got to work on some dolly work there. It's just the way the two separate panels went together, because of course they didn't really belong together. There's just plug welds left on that extension piece we put up top there. Oh, I don't think that's very clear. We have to get those ground off, and that's looking pretty darn good, actually. And here's the one that we made ourselves, and the profile is almost ground back into it to match the original, and a little cleanup has to be done along that bottom section there. Again, not too bad for a couple of guys who really don't do a lot of this work. Tail panel pieces. This has not been cleaned at all, but we had to weld a patch in and behind this first, and then get this one tacked in over top. So we got to clean all this up to match, and we repaired under here as, oh no, I'm sorry, the patch is actually right here. It's slightly sunk, so we got to finish these grinds as well. And the other side is already capped as well. We had to cut that piece out, and that's a new piece. Again, needs a little more cleanup work. Mitch got a little more of this all done. I don't know how well that'll show in there. Yeah, probably I should have brought a light. But anyways, this is mostly ground. If I can get out of the light, there you go. A little more cleanup in the corner. It was tough to get at, but that patch is all in, and the patch down there is all in. Just needs a little more cleanup. And we've been poking away at the inside as well, trying to get some of this done. We haven't finished cleaning up, of course, this side of all the welding. There's a bunch of welds that all need to be cleaned up, and all the plug welds around the perimeter there. Yeah, we had marked out the hole. We have to drill that out still with a hole saw. And some of the patches, we're just started to clean them up. We got a couple more patches to deal with there as well to get a little cleaner, and it is getting there. Takes a little time to do these, and even if you plug away at it for a few days, you can only get so far. I mean, it'd be nice to get further, that's for darn sure. So that's kind of the update. Kind of looks all right in shiny metal, eh? It looks like we actually finally starting to get somewhere. I can't wait to see this with some sprayed on paint. Oh yeah, and I recognize we had cut through this right here. I don't know if that shows up, but that's got to be fixed too. So all those little details we touch up. I'm going to shoot over to Mitch's for a sec and just give you a quick update. He is working on the last trim piece for the outside of the body, and he has come a long way. He's got many hours in that stainless. But let's shoot over there and have a quick look, and we'll come right back. Made a quick little stop down Mitch's garage. So you might recognize this place from been a couple of videos here, I guess, now. We had to make a stop down in St. Catharines and pick up a bunch of auto body supplies, which is kind of exciting, actually, because that means we're going to get some of that stuff going really soon on the body. Actually, I'm probably talking about it already, but just want to give a bit of an update on where Mitch is at. So I'm going to flip this. So the big 8'6".
8'4".
8'4". Wow. The quarter panel strip, or the top of the quarter panel for the Monterey here. You can see he's, what grit are you on now?
That's 800.
Okay, so he is on, that's the final grit. He's on 800 grit finishing now on this 8'4" piece. And he's already done the driver's side one, actually. He's up there, which was in much worse shape. He spent, 2 weeks, 3 weeks on that one?
Yeah, I got about 30 hours in that one.
Yeah, so his time on that is tremendous. He's got it all wrapped up to help protect it. Yeah, we can have a little bit of a look. So you can kind of see, it's obviously through the plat. You're going to reveal it? Oh, even better. So this has still got to be polished after the finished sanding that he's done. And I'm just going to come over here. You can kind of do a comparison here. Oh, yeah, that's just film, fingerprints. But you can see that this will be the next leg of where that, actually, I think it come off the cellophane, eh? Yeah, look at that. So when he's done polishing this one, this will be the finish that we're looking at. Of course, that still gets a final shine up anyways when it goes on the car. We're going to have fingerprints all over it.
Oh, you're going to be wearing cotton gloves.
Cotton gloves. So anyways, yes. And that's the last piece he has for the body trim. Mm-hmm. So
you see the reflection in it.
Oh yeah, I can see your face in it, which is disturbing, I will say. So so he's also just been starting up on some of the bumper bolts. So I figured I'd give you a look. They come a little. There, I'll just show you. We bought all the new bumper bolts kind of ahead of time, but you can see that they still need a good polishing to bring them up to a little higher finish than the way they come. It's not even a coating, eh? It's just not polished. So, and then he's got some miscellaneous pieces. We've got the wiper arms still in here. These are window trim here. That is, is that the vent window I'm holding? I think that's the vent window, right? The one between the vent window and the...
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then, yes, the wiper arms there. There's the buttons for the door handles still. These are actually stainless as well. This aluminum piece that goes on the windshield, that's the rear view mirror mount. And then the... I guess we'll call these the trim for the back seat ashtrays that go on the armrests. And that would be the cover. We've disassembled them all now. And then, of course, there's the inserts still to deal with, the galvanized inserts. And these are the tack rails. These are for the back section of the convertible top canvas. This is actually what locks them into the back rails inside the body. And that's the center one that goes across the very back of the car. He's put everything up on the shelf up here in cellophane so that it's protected from dust and everything. And this is all the pieces that are already ready to go. So the back piece behind the back of the cockpit is up there, as well as all your windshield interior trim. And those are all the spears and long sections of stainless that go down the body. So he's really got a lot of this work already front loaded. We always talk about the work we have that's done already ahead of time, and that's a big part of it, so that when we reach the point where we're ready to put it all together, it's going to be a matter of just putting it together. The work is already put in. So that's just a quick update from Mitch's. Say hi to Mitch, and we'll head back to my garage now. So that's kind of the updates I got for you right now. We're actually going to get a couple more days in. It's a lot of grinding and touch-ups and, just little spot welds that have to be done. And we're going to take a 2-minute break from this. Mitch is going to be out in one of our days coming soon. So Tim and I talked about getting into the cylinder heads from the 390 and ripping into those. Getting them cleaned up and grinding the valves and redoing the valve seals and stripping the paint off, because we're going to be painting everything in the end. But we thought, well, we could bang those off, and we can look into the rocker rails as well. If we have time, we'll get into those. So just a little bit, get some of our other stuff kind of done, and just take a 2-minute break from this. This has been a very steady portion of the job, so we're looking at that. I believe I have a carburetor video coming up in not too long too, because I dug into that on one of my days. So anyways, we appreciate all of you. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.